G World 7_D here at the track. Where is that? In my running, I'm doing my walking. I want to make this video. And I did my running, so I'm slightly a little winded. But I want to make this video to talk about what basically followed what I talked about yesterday, because I didn't really get a chance to finish the video because it was cut off. My video was cut off because the time ran out. But I want to make this video today, quick video, and to break down some points. All right. Well, I want to say, like I said, yesterday when I filmed the video, I've been hearing a lot of stuff on YouTube. A lot of these Negroes are continue to push a narrative that's basically destructive to our people. All right. And I often say this before, I'm going to say this again. We have to stop allowing foreigners speak in our issue. They cannot speak in our issue. A lot of these foreign blacks who are not of our lineage should not be telling us who we are, what we are, and trying to make us foreigners in our own land. You know, and this doesn't apply to all, but there's too many of them that are doing that. And I know a lot of them harp on colorism, which exists, but they talk about that all the time. And then they want to break down black shows that were here and talk about why is this person in the family, in the black family here, Aboriginal people in America's family here, we always range in different skin tones. All right? We're not mixed, but we always range in very different skin tones. But what bugs me is that these Negroes, like Chrissy, continue to just harp on colorism. I remember that goofball said that the hell with reparations. She don't care about reparations. Let's talk about the issue of colorism. See, that people like that shouldn't be speaking on the issues, man. We shouldn't be listening to people like that. But yeah, they've been able to maneuver themselves within our culture, in our history, in our narrative, and they had no business doing that. But this has caused a conflict in our community. Most of us are already here. All right, make this clear again. Despite what Jabari or Garfield tells you, who come from immigrant backgrounds, Sarnetta, same thing. Our people already been here. And we're going to have to also stop listening, like I mentioned before, to Boule. Those Negroes, man, like I said, I've grown up around them. I'm around them to this very day. I know how a lot of them get down. I know how they think. I know they always care about a clique, their titles. I know how them Negroes get, like I said, how they function, man. I don't get down in them Negro sororities, fraternities, because I dealt with a lot of those Negroes, man. Most of them are goofballs. And they're flunkies, and they're lackeys, and they're just followers. We don't need to follow those type of Negroes. They're not going anywhere. They've done nothing for our people but to continue to have us chase a tail that's not there. I want you, brothers and sisters, to understand that we have a purpose as a people. I showed you that stuff, like I showed you with the Timbuktu at Malibu. I talked about that so many times because there's a connection there. There's multiple Timbuktus. If you study the history of our ancestors, they always had doubles or triples around the world. We're the only group of people that built pyramids around the world, all right? We built those pyramid structures that you find around the world, like those so-called Bosnian pyramids. That's supposed to be, 30,000 years ago? 30,000 BC? White folks didn't exist, all right? They didn't exist. We were the only people on earth at that time. So we're going to have to really study our history to the fullest and stop living our history to slavery. These Negroes in Florida, they're protesting over talking about how slavery going to be taught. I mean, let me tell you something, man. The Santos is an immigrant, all right? But our history goes beyond 400 years, especially in that state, or what is now known as Florida, way before 400 years. But you had these Negroes who continue to do that, who continue to cast a little small, myopic, narrow scope to what so-called Aboriginal Black history is. We're going to have to stop that, man. No one should take a lead in our history but us. That includes people with the same skin tone. If they're not of our lineage, they cannot speak in our history like we can. All right? And I'm saying this, man. Many people are not going to like this, but we're going to have to take that route. Because I'm hearing too much from, Negroes claiming that they created hip-hop, which they didn't. Caribbeans claim they invented hip-hop. Latinos claim they invented hip-hop. Afro-Latinos claim they invented it. No. All that stuff was invented by Aboriginal Black Americans. But it's up to us to reclaim and take back our history. We've been too open for other people to come into our space and our square. We cannot do that. We have allowed that. We have allowed so many individuals, foreign individuals, to intrude upon our culture and try to steal our knowledge. That has to stop. That really has to stop. And I'm telling you this, brothers and sisters, we're going to have to stop this. We're going to have to take a priority in us first here in America. And I love, I think we should know about what goes on Black people around the world, but our first priority need to be here in our homeland. Remember, America is our homeland, not Africa. I'll repeat this again. America is our homeland, not Africa. And a lot of these Pan-Africans don't want to hear that. A lot of these boule Negroes at these universities or these boule circles, they don't want to hear it because they don't want to ruffle the feathers of their white funders. But that's what these Negroes are. They are controlled by white folks. So I don't expect nothing from them. That's why I look at them Negroes and they brag about their money. They are being pulled in the strings by people outside of our community. Don't trust them Negroes, man. Public Enemy did a song off the Apocalypse 91 album. Can't trust it. You can't trust it. And you can't trust it, man. You can't trust it. So, I want you, brothers and sisters, to understand and to comprehend that. That's why I give you these books and these sources. And that's why I give you these names. Why would you have a Timbuktu in California? Why would you have one Timbuktu in Mexico? Why would you have a Timbuktu in freaking New Jersey, man? And obviously over in Africa. Why? Because there was always a connection. Because Black people sailed around the damn planet. They weren't just situated and stationary at one location. We came over here on our own free accord. We did not come on here on a slave ship cruise. Don't insult my intelligence, man, and stop insulting my people's intelligence. Brothers and sisters, wake up. And any Negro who's still teaching you, like I said before another video, that we are descendants of African slaves, that we came over here in a slave boat, tell them to go to hell, man, because they're giving you misinformation. There's too much information out there to let you know you're already here. It's too damn much information. I've been giving a lot of it. I'm going to continue giving more. All right, do not listen to them ignorant Negroes, man. I don't care what type of degree they have. Those are some ignorant Negroes who continue to tell you that. So stop listening to those niggers. This is Brother G World. I'm out.